Good afternoon, students and teachers. Welcome back to another get-together discussion forum. Today, we have the pleasure of having one of our former MBA graduates, Ms. Wendy Guevara. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us today.
It's a pleasure.
And today, we're going to be talking about the hospitality industry and how it has been impacted by COVID-19. My name is Federica Molini, and I will be your moderator for today. Speaking of the hospitality, I know you have a hospitality business hotel called La Valise in Tulum and Ciudad de Mexico
as well.
Okay, and I wanted to know, how has the current challenges in the hospitality and tourism industry affected your business?
Well, I think overall economic activity has been greatly impacted, and tourism has suffered. I think it's one of the industries that has suffered the most. I would say, I think in numbers with the OECD, they estimate that 2020 tourism, international tourism, will be impacted between 60 to 80%. So that's a huge impact.
Wow.
Yes. And also, if I can tell you that the United Nations World Tourism Organization has an estimate that that total loss that they consider having is between 0.9 trillion to 1.2 trillion dollars
wow,
loss.
So it has been okay.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur in the hotel and tourism industry, what business strategies have you had to implement in order to stay in the market during the pandemic?
So we had to deal, the first thing we had to deal with was the financial issues. So a lot of people wanted to cancel because some of the countries were not allowing people to travel anymore. And so what happens here is that we had to negotiate with our guests, try to get new reservations for future dates, and like this we could have a cash flow and not being as impacted as we could have been. We had to manage some cut cost. We had to reduce our employee group, and so that's one of the main things we did. For new COVID standards, we had to implement procedures and share all this with our guests and in our media to let them know that they were taking this very seriously and to have them back as soon as possible.
To also make the client feel secure and welcome again into
very
their
important for us.
Same environment but new procedures. Okay.
And for the future, we're trying to be more flexible with reservations and all that has to do with the changes, because we don't know what's going on for the future yet.
Okay. Remember, guys, that if you guys have any questions, please comment on our social platforms. Do you think that the tourism industry has evolved as a result of COVID-19?
Of course. So what is going on now is that I would say that you have two main travel purposes.
Okay.
So business and leisure. And business meetings have been transformed completely. Nobody's traveling anymore for business purpose. So in that matter, technology has played a big role. Now you have practically nobody is traveling in business, and all these hotels that are focused towards business guests are suffering the most. Then you have the leisure part, and here, so you have younger people that are still willing to travel. You have older people that are very scared, not so much willing to travel. So you have a switch in the guest profile.
Okay.
And so we're adapting to that.
Okay. what are the new adaptations that we were just talking about that companies in the sector have had to implement to reactivate the industry? So aside from the business and the leisure side, what do you think? What other measures you guys have implemented?
So I think that to give them more security, to make them feel comfortable, COVID procedures are first of the list. We have to let everybody know that we're taking this very seriously, but at the same time, we're trying to maintain our essence, and this is a very important point because some of the hotels have adapted to COVID rules and standards, but they're going up to a point that maybe you don't feel the experience of going to an hotel. Some of the hotels, big hotels, they don't make your room anymore. Everything is without contact, and there is a moment that you need that.
Yeah.
So you have to adapt and try to keep your essence, and to know that you have to treat your guests warmly and within a secure place. So other than that, we have to adapt to flexible costs. And maybe transform our marketing again more into media, social media, and
all these tools that help us communicate. And how has the coronavirus affected relations between tourism companies?
Let's say we have partnerships with companies that market our hotels, Booking.com or Expedia, and so with some of them we have been like very, very close together and trying to solve issues for the past 6 months and looking for the future. But it's not always the same case. So we have some companies that are open to work together, and the other ones that are maybe just leaving us on our own, and we believe that it's not so fair because nobody asked for this, and we're all in this
together, of course. How has the coronavirus changed consumers' behavior?
So as I told you, travel, leisure, and business is a completely different way. So business, I think a business side, it's a bigger challenge. Maybe bigger hotels. You have all these here in Miami, cruises, everything that has to do with a lot of people, with a lot of encounters. People are trying to stay away from that. So for small businesses like us, that's an opportunity.
Okay.
And as I told you, depending on the age of the traveler, we're targeting as well for younger people that are more open to socialize, but again, within a responsible way, and then trying to protect as well older people.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ms. Guevara, for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for joining us today. If you have any questions, don't forget to comment in our social handles. And if you want to have more information about Ms. Guevara's hotel, it's La Valise, correct? La Valise, in Tulum and in Ciudad DF. And until next time, thank you.
Thank you.